day. In a couple months, we will no longer be able to sell you a Soul. A new Soul, at least. You guys, if you couldn't tell by the title or the thumbnail, this is the final year for the 2025, or just the Kia Soul period if you're looking at the new models. It's pretty sad. It's a vehicle that we've loved and we've had for so long, and it was something funky in our lineup that was different from the rest. So in today's video, we're doing a final farewell to the Kia Soul, and more specifically focusing on the GT Line Limited model, the highest trim level of the Kia Soul. Thank you, Michael. Michael is here with me today. He is going to be recording our live stream car review for us. He will not be talking though because he is sick. So if you have any questions you'd like to ask Michael, he might have to type them in the chat below. With that being said, shall we get into it, Michael?
Yep.
All right, let's go. So starting off with the exterior, we have today's model in Gravity Gray, which is one of my favorite colors available for the Kia Soul. However, it's certainly not the funkiest. I wish we had the Surf Blue. Nonetheless, this vehicle was refreshed for its 2022 model year, where it got this bold new headlamp design, full LEDs, and then when you move over to the GT Line Limited model, you'll also get LED fog lamps. Love the fog lamps, the way they're seated on the front end of the vehicle too. It just looks good, and of course it's obviously going to be functional. You do get a couple more advanced safety functions when you do hop into the GT Line Limited model. So things like your advanced highway drive, not advanced, your highway drive assist. So that's going to measure your speed, make sure you're at a correct following distance from the vehicle ahead of you, and also make sure your steering is centered in the lane. Sorry, you guys, I'm stumbling over my words because I'm very emotional over today's topic. Another thing that you're going to get on the GT Line Limited trim is going to be the advanced forward collision avoidance assist. So in the lower models, you still get collision avoidance, but on this model, you'll be able to sense things like junctions. So if you're in a busy intersection, it can sense if there's a risk of a collision with an oncoming vehicle, which is quite a nice function to have. So it's not all just about sporty appearance. There is added tech and value in this trim level. But let's talk about the sporty appearance. First, take a look at this grille over here. It's a very wide grille. Lots of unique design elements. We used to have more of a shark tooth-like appearance, and now it's a little bit more, I want to say like a honeycomb. Michael, what would you say?
I'd say honeycomb.
Honeycomb, yeah. We do get a mix of dark material, so lots of gloss black with a little bit of metal inserts as well too. My favorite part, however, when this was changed in 2022, is the addition of this checkered effect in the glass housing here, which also hides your Kia emblem. I shouldn't say hides, but more so houses. Very cool the way it was integrated into that design instead of just being placed on the hood right over here. Now I'm going to pop the hood to talk about the powertrain. In the past, the Kia Soul did come with the turbocharged option. That's no longer the case. So even though you are getting a GT Line model, there's no added sportiness in regards to the actual performance of the vehicle, but that's okay. We'll open this up. It is a hydraulic lift, and we do get a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is multi-point injection as its source of fuel delivery. You can expect 147 horsepower, not 487, with 132 pound-feet of torque. So again, to repeat that, 147 horsepower with 132 pound-feet of torque. The highlight of this vehicle and why it did so well is the fact that you get all the convenience of a small SUV, but with the fuel efficiency of a sedan. So even though you get all that space inside and so much headroom, you're still only getting 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers for your rated fuel efficiency. And that's combined, so highway and city driving. A couple of the things that made the Kia Soul so widely popular and loved by a lot of our Kia family members is the fact that it's always been a little bit funky. Even though we don't have a pretty cool exterior paint today, we got some pretty nice wheels. So these are the 18-inch alloys that are exclusive to the GT Line Limited trim level. But even if you're looking at the EX Premium or just the EX model, you'll still get some pretty nice wheels. The body of the vehicle is, without a doubt, square. So the Kia Soul proves that it is, in fact, hip to be square. Mirrors, you do get body color with a turn signal indicator. It's an LED. A little bit of more body color along the bottom, some black. And then as we go over to the actual mirrored portion, you'll notice that we do have blind spot detection integrated onto this vehicle. Now that's not something that you have to go to the top trim level for. You'll find a ton of value in even the more entry trim levels of the Kia Soul. The best one, probably in my opinion, is going to be the EX. That's where you get some added comfort functions like your heated steering wheel, nice sunroof and whatnot, or sunroof on the EX Plus, but that's where things get a little bit better. I will say the Kia Soul is also priced extremely well. So it starts at just over $23,000 Canadian, and it ends off on the GT Line model just over $30K. So there's a wide range of trim levels available for whatever your needs are, or at least there was. But it's such an incredible vehicle. The door handles, one more thing I'll point out, is you do get proximity entry. So there is this little button located on both the driver and passenger front handles. As long as the key's on you, you can just press that to unlock the vehicle. That way you never actually have to rumble for your keys. And that's very helpful in the winter where we're wearing multiple different layers. Along the back of the vehicle, you'll get a good look at that square body. Seriously, it's very square. Nice styling accent I love on the Kia Soul is the fact that our taillights are a boomerang-like shape. So if you've been following our channel for a while, you may have seen the Kia Sportage as boomerangs for the daytime running lights up front. We get it in the rear for the Soul. It's funky, it's cool, we like to see it. And of course, it's also very bold. People will see when you're braking. Get a mix of LEDs over here, Soul badging on the left, and then we have our typical reverse camera. Backup camera is right over there, and then of course your plate housing for the rear. By far one of my, feel like I keep saying it, but look at this exhaust. It looks like an HDMI port. What do you guys think? This is one of our probably only vehicles in our current lineup that actually has a visible and cool exhaust. All of our other vehicles, maybe the Telluride, but that's it, seemingly have them pointed downward facing, so you can't even see them unless you're looking underneath the vehicle. But what a cool integration of the exhaust. Obviously, there's no crazy note or rumble to it, but it looks good, so I'm not mad at it. We'll open up the trunk because there is a ton of usable cargo space within the Soul. So it opens up much like an SUV, except it's completely flat back here. So you have an extremely, extremely wide opening, but the height over here isn't too high. So if you are someone who maybe you're not the tallest, or maybe your legs aren't as strong as they used to be, getting things in and out of your cargo area, you're not gonna have to lift too high. Another thing that's nice is the fact that the floor is almost completely flat when the floorboard is in its original position. However, if you do need a little bit of extra space back here, you can lift up this floorboard, slide it out of its frame, and drop it down. And now you can see we have even more usable cargo space. Underneath, I don't know if you guys caught a glimpse of it, but there is a compact spare tire, which is something that is not often seen in the compact vehicle segment. And then towards our right, you'll get a glimpse of one of our many Harman Kardon premium sound system speakers. Now over here, we also have a little bit of a privacy cover for your cargo items, so no one can see through your rear window here. And that is, of course, built in with the vehicle. It's complimentary purchase. Your rear seats do fold down. They fold down in a 60-40 split, so this side would be your 60, and then your 40 right over there. Each one of them does have top car seat tethers as well, so it's little one approved. When it comes to fueling up the Kia Soul, it's a 54-liter tank, and it's just regular unleaded fuel, so nothing fancy needed here. And like I mentioned earlier, this vehicle is rated at 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers combined, so highway and city. You can definitely see it do better depending on how you like to drive, or maybe you could see it do a little bit worse depending on how you like to drive. If there's anything else you guys would like to see regarding the exterior of the Kia Soul, let us know in the live chat right now, and we will run back to it towards the end of our interior walkthrough. Before I hop in, I'll have Michael give a quick pan. You're gonna see a lot of red accents, and the interior is where the party starts on the Kia Soul. That red transforms from our doors to our steering wheel stitching, and even a little bit onto our seats as well too. The more you look, the more you'll find some Soul-specific design choices. Let me just point out one real quick. On our seats right over here, there we have Soul debossed right into the seat itself. The stitching is a nice touch. It's not overly red or anything like that. So it's a sporty accent, but doesn't scream sports. This, however, is a lot more bold. So this is a very, very bright red. Every time we get a blue Kia Soul with a red interior, I always think it's the Spider-Man spec, and I think it's pretty cool. We also have it surrounding our speakers right over there. And there is mood ambient lighting in this, so it does beat with the music. The lights will change based off what you're listening to, so if it's heavy rock, you can expect a light party, but you can also shut that off if you're not a fan of it. I apologize for the dirt, you guys. This vehicle just came to us. We have 2 express windows for driver and passenger up at the front, and of course your window locks. The seats are quite impressive. You do get power option seats for driver and passenger with the same options for both, so there is no lack for our passenger over there. You can see our adjustments. So we got the bottom of the seat, the backrest, and 2-way lumbar support. Let me give this back to you, Michael, and I'm just gonna hop in real quick. One of the huge advantages of the Kia Soul is, again, the fact that it gives you SUV space, but with a lot of sedan-like functions. So it's fairly easy to get in and out of, thanks to its SUV-like shape. But you get in this vehicle and it doesn't feel like you're lugging around a giant SUV, and the fuel efficiency also speaks for that. The steering wheel is a very comfortable steering wheel to utilize and hold. I know that sounds a little bit strange to say, but if you've ever driven with some weird steering wheels, you'd understand. You do have a little bit of red stitching with the GT line accents on the very bottom. On the left-hand side, you'll have your voice commands and media controls, so things like your volume, your voice command button, quick access to answer a phone call, and even a favorite button that you can preset to do whatever you'd like. A little bit of gloss black in the center. And then on the right-hand side, everything is going to be for your driver assistance functions and your driver view. So we have a quick button to turn on or on our highway drive assist or smart cruise control, a button to adjust the following distance, and then a button to turn on or off our steering assistance or lane follow assist. Let me grab the camera from Michael very quickly to show you guys what's right ahead of us. So this is our 4.2-inch TFT. So this is our not digital, but digital display. And I say not digital because the only section you can actually change is going to be this little 4.2-inch display. But as you can tell, our speedometer and our tachometer are also digitized. Depending on what drive mode you're in, you'll also see the theme change. So we got more of a red now, back to purple, but you can pick and choose which one you'd like and not have it cycle if you don't like that too. You got your distance to empty right up at the top. The bottom is going to show things like which safety functions are active, the temperature, of course, your odometer, and then that little maximum icon over there is going to be your intelligent speed limit assist. It'll let you know the speed limit of the road that you're on, if that changes, and if you're going over it. Now, a couple of things for the Kia Soul, something that makes it stand out in the Kia lineup. It has the same tech as a lot of our other vehicles, but the way it's laid out, entirely different. None of our other vehicles utilize this almost oval-like shape here. It very much reminds me of the Mini Cooper, but it does it in a good way. So we got our 10.25-inch display here with wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you would like wireless, it is available on the Kia Soul trims that offer the 8-inch display, but of course not this one. This one will, however, give you in-house navigation, Sirius XM, and then of course the option for your sound mood lamp. Now, Michael, do you mind closing your door? Because I'm going to quickly show what the light looks like. Let's do violet cloud. So it's a little hard to see because the violet actually blends in very well with the red. You can see Soul right over there with some violet hues surrounding. It's also translated up over there as well too. So fairly hard to pick up on camera, but definitely much more dramatic at nighttime. Little touches like this make the Kia Soul so personal and so fun, and again, that's what so many of our customers really loved about it. I think the Kia Soul, back in my sales days, that would be the most, I guess, loyal customer. They would come back and get another Soul, another Soul, another Soul. Some people would be on their 4th Kia Soul because they love it so much. So we're very, very sad to see that go away. It's a sad time. People love their Souls. They don't want to get rid of them. Rightfully so. Just underneath that, we do have some physical buttons as well too. The way it's laid out is fairly simple, so super easy to grasp this vehicle. So much tech, but all at your fingertips. Quick button to take you to your map. You can have the full screen or you can have split screen if that's more your preference. A favorite button to preset whatever you like the best. Radio, media, and of course setup. This is your hazard button right over there. And we got our climate control. This one is going to offer you dual zone climate control. I believe that starts on the EX Premium model. Very great if you often don't agree on temperatures. Below that, we have our wireless phone charger, a USB, USB-C, and then also a 12 volts for added charging and connectivity. Your gear shift is just your traditional style, but you do get a touch of red stitching right in the center. You got your start and stop button right over here with just the smallest amount of piano black, nothing too fingerprint magnet-y, and then our heated seats and ventilated seats. Both front seats are going to have the option for heat and ventilation, with the driver getting a heated steering wheel and your drive mode select being right over here. So everything you need to get a comfortable ride is all in this area. So very easy to grasp. Just below, we have our electronic parking brake, our auto hold braking function, and our key. So this is our slim profile smart key. We got our lock, our unlock, panic button, and remote start built onto the key fob. It's also worth noting that this vehicle, at brand new, you'll get 3 years of unlimited access for the Kia Connect app that allows you to start your vehicle, lock the doors, check if the windows are open, that kind of thing, all from your phone. I use it every single day because it actually lets you preset exactly what you'd like to be. So if you want to get into a car that's completely heated, like heat on max, you can do that. If you utilize the remote start over here, it's not going to allow you to actually set the temperature that you'd like. So it's very nice to use for the free trial, and then it's up to you whether you want to buy into it or not. for our center console, it's a fair size, pretty basic center console. There's nothing going on over here. And then I'll just have Michael open up the glove box and we'll take a look what's going on over there. There she is. So it is illuminated. There's not too much going on over there other than we got French and English manuals, but it's a very fair amount of space. There's also something very special about the Kia Soul. Can you guys guess what it is before I even point it out? It has to do with something up here. Michael, do you know what it is? It's the sunglass holder. I think we probably have 2 cars remaining in our lineup that even have a sunglass holder. So this is something special. This makes the Kia Soul a collector's item, okay? Your Soul value is going to skyrocket after this video. Just kidding. Now, for our sunroof, we have a regular power style sunroof. It's tilt and slide style. So if you just want a little bit of air, have it into tilt. If you want a lot of bit of air, you push it open. And then the cover is, of course, manual. Your headliner is also light on this vehicle, so it definitely gives it a more open, airy feel. And then, of course, the sunroof just adds to that. Let's hop in the back now and see what we got over there. And I will say, if you do often have rear seat passengers, the Kia Soul GT Line Limited might be the best trim to get because it's definitely going to have the biggest emphasis for rear passenger comfort. And that is going to be thanks to the fact that these 2 main seats are heated. So you hop in, you can have it nice and warm for them. The controls for that are going to be on the door itself. Another thing I'd like to point out is the attention to detail for the rear seats. So many manufacturers they'll put their everything into making the front seats in the driver's area very nice, very fun, very driver focused. But the back seats get no love. These seats, like I said, they are heated, but you still have that nice red stitching. The leatherette seating is super nice. You do have a drop down, let's grab it, there we go, cup holder and armrest. And even more so, those red accents also translate to the back, so it's not forgotten back here. You still get a lot of excitement. Now at the back of the passenger seat, you're going to get a leather pocket. Love a leather pocket because you can actually hide your items, whatever it may be in there. If you have tablets that you're going to leave in here, tuck it in over here, it's not visible. And that's about it, other than the fact that we do have USB-Cs back here. It's a little hard to see. It's pretty dark, but they are illuminated, so at nighttime you'll actually be able to see where you're plugging into. Now, Michael, have the comments been sad? Were they sad to see the Soul go? Were they happy to see the Soul go?
I mean, some of them are.
Yeah. So the Kia Soul has always been a little bit of a weird vehicle. There's so many people that love it, but there's also quite a few people that just don't like the boxiness of it. And hey, that's okay. It definitely is a bolder style. So every time we're talking about something that's very different, it's you either love it or you hate it, that kind of thing. Or you hate to love it. Love to hate it. Messia said, my Picanto doesn't have a sunglass holder. So a majority of our vehicles here, they don't have it either. The Kia Soul is a pretty special car. Do you want to sit in, Mike? Or?
I'll sit in and say bye.
Michael might not say much, but... So you're saying bye to the chat or to Kia Soul?
I'm saying bye to the Kia Soul and the chat.
There you go. 2 birds, 1 stone. No way they're getting away from the Kia Soul. Yes. Okay, so... I understand I've mentioned that the Kia Soul is disappearing a lot, but I haven't given any facts. So of course we are a real dealership. We see what cars are coming in, what cars are not coming in. And December was the last month of production for the Kia Soul. So we received this GT Line Limited, I think yesterday, and we're getting 2 more. They're on water, so they're not at the dealership yet. One of them is sold, it's an EX Plus, and we have 1 EX that is available. After those 2 cars, we're done. No more Kia Souls. This is probably the last Kia Soul we're going to film on this channel, new at least. We might do some used cars or that kind of thing, but this is our last brand new vehicle. And this one, if you're wondering, it is sold as well too. Sold. All right, but yes, that's from the dealer standpoint. Now, of course, there might be some here and there, whether they've sold them or not. They'll slowly trickle in, but probably after 2 or 3 months, I don't think we'll see any more of them. Brand new at least. My childhood car, my 7 siblings shared the Kia Soul all through high school and college. See, we get so many stories like that, and it's so heartbreaking. So many cars have been axed the last couple of years. It's very sad, but the Kia Soul is one that hurts a little bit more, you know? If and when the EV3 arrives in North America, I'll be looking forward to trading in my Kia Soul for that. So that makes sense. That's honestly a fair comparison. A lot of talks that the EV3 or the EV5 is what's going to be replacing the Kia Soul. Now, of course, those are electric vehicles and maybe not a direct replacement of the Soul unless you're trading in a Soul EV, but around that same size. Sold out. I should have made my thumbnail that. Let's see. Really, the new cars don't have sunglass holders? That's correct. You would think. I mean, technology changes, but our eyes don't really change. This is what Charlotte always says. And it would make sense to keep putting sunglass holders in cars, but we're just not. I'm not doing it, but someone is. Someone asked how much horsepower does it have? 147 horsepower. What? Gabby's doing the interior? The world is upside down. I do the interior every Fridays. Full car review for me today. We got asked what the MSRP is. This one's priced at $30,195, I believe. It's definitely 30,000 something 95. I'll have to do a fact check real quick, you guys. Hank asked if the Kia Soul EV is also going to be going away. So the Kia Soul EV has actually been discontinued for, I believe, at least a year. It could very well be 2 years now. I believe 2023 was the last model year produced, and then when we actually stopped receiving them, I can't seem to remember. Now, even last year, I always teased that the Kia Soul is being discontinued, but there was no factual evidence to back it up yet at the time. Other than we knew it was going to happen, we just didn't know what was the cutoff point. But I think last year we probably only got 2 or 3 Kia Souls in inventory. So, hi, there's Tim. So yeah, very, very, very sad. I love the exhaust. Is this the last Kia to have a sunglass holder? It's not the last one. I'm trying to remember which one's. I guess the Kia Forte did have it, but that's axed now. We no longer have that. It could be the last. Did they ever offer the Kia Soul with the manual transmission in Canada? I think 2020 or 2022 is when they last had them in the US. So I wasn't working at Kia at the time, but from my understanding, the newer gen body style did not have it, which I believe started in 2020. So I think 2019 would have been our last year for the manual Soul, but I might have to fact check that as well too. Now, even if we did get it, it was probably something that our dealership never really saw because our manual transmissions aren't exactly very popular here. I think they're very popular in more so sport vehicles, sports cars, Mustang, that kind of thing. But as far as just a daily vehicle, not a lot of people are wanting manual transmissions here. The Telluride is a sunglass holder, yes. So the current Telluride does, but it is being replaced or I guess refreshed. So it will probably soon no longer have it. Probably. The last of the box cars finally leaves. Yes, so another argument I'd always have in my Kia Soul videos would say, the Nissan Cube is gone. The Scion XB, gone. The Honda Element, gone. The Kia Soul remained. I guess no longer. No more. Daniel should get a Soul manual for his beater car. He doesn't want to get another manual car, so maybe not. Bulletin Blair said, don't say it, Gabi, please don't say it. If you look at my very first comment on this video, I did apologize in advance for filming this video. So I'm very, very sorry, but unfortunately it's true. No more Kia Soul. We're gonna get 2 more coming in, and then that's it. I'm gonna scroll up a bit. If there's anything you guys would like me to re-show on this vehicle or touch on again, please let me know while I still have this car. We have the Santa Fe box now, yes. So in terms of boxy vehicles, we'll have the Santa Fe and we will have the Ioniq 9. On those piano black trims, I would want to ceramic coat them or PPF them. Yeah, so a lot of people actually do just get some PPF, do it themselves, and cover up the piano black. It's good maintenance to have. Let's be honest. That stuff does scratch, and of course it's a fingerprint magnet. Let's see the trunk space. I did show that earlier on. I no longer have Michael, but I'll try my best to show it myself. Oh, sometimes we get asked if the Kia Soul. Oh, that was really close. I'm sorry, you guys. Sometimes we get asked if the Kia Soul is rated for towing or what's the towing capacity. It is not rated for towing here in Canada. You could certainly put a trailer hitch on it, but sorry, accessory hitch. Right over here, right now I have the floorboard mounted into its lower position, but it also sits up on this ledge here if you'd like something a bit more flush. Hi, Michael. I mean, I probably don't need to, I already showed the trunk, but that is her again. A couple more things maybe I'll show. My favorite accents, my personal favorites on the Kia Soul. If you didn't catch earlier on in this video, the exhaust is awesome on this vehicle. So a true HDMI port mid exhaust. Wheels are pretty cool too. We don't have the best exterior color to showcase, but it does come in some pretty funky colors. Probably the best one was the alien green from the 2020 generation. And that was a bright lime green, definitely made a statement. This is a little bit more under the radar. The front end looks amazing, so a super, super wide, aggressive grille. It houses the radar plate quite nicely too, so it's there's so much going on with the grille, you hardly even notice the radar here. License plate, a lot of people ask where we mount the plates. This one's pretty obvious. Some of our vehicles, it's a lot more hidden. The headlamps are so, so bright on this vehicle, and the design that you get up here in this trim piece, beautiful. So if, again, like a checkered flag, it's a dark chrome inside there, so it does shine a bit. And then the Kia emblem also hidden in there. Looks amazing. Looks good. We have an almost faux hood scoop right over here, inverted hood scoop. That doesn't do much except for aesthetics, but pretty, pretty nice. All right, Michael, I think we're ending off today's live stream. Thank you guys so, so much for watching. And again, this is our last live, brand new Kia Soul live stream. So let's pour it up for the homie. Other than that, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because we film brand new Kia and Hyundai walkthroughs almost every single day with tons of tips, tricks, and tutorials in the meantime. Bye, guys. I don't know if Michael knows how to end the live, so this might be awkward.